All right, we are live.
Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right. All right, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another edition of Monday Motivation with some incredible speakers. I'm super excited today. Welcome to June. We're halfway through the year, folks. Halfway through the year. Welcome to June. Today we have Zan Anaguru, Leah Garcia, and Amberly Shreve to give you a lot of value. I'm super excited. I'm Eric F. King, by the way. And today we are talking about how to get and stay motivated. How to get and stay motivated. You know that your success in business and in life has a lot to do with how motivated you are. Whether it's self-motivation or whether somebody else is motivating you, it has a lot to do with it because you're going to come across obstacles. Look, if you haven't had any problems in your business yet, it's coming. You haven't been in business long enough, right? So today we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down, and I have some of the best people in the world to share with you how to get and stay motivated. So we're going to go out to California to our first speaker. Our first speaker, she is a financial strategist. Look, anything money. You want to learn how to make money, invest money, all things money. You want to contact her. You want to download her ebook. All right. And she is also a black belt, a third-degree black belt in martial arts. And the reason why I think that's important is if you've ever learned anything about martial arts, it takes discipline. It takes discipline to get to the next level. Talk like where she is, right? So she's very disciplined. She knows what she's doing, and she helps a lot of people. All right. So without further ado, let me welcome to the stage Leah Garcia. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Eric F., King of Collaboration. Well, my name is Leah Garcia, financial strategist and insurance professional, and it's really my crusade to serve entrepreneurs and enterprises and help you to properly protect, distribute, and transfer your wealth so you can build that legacy and create generational wealth for your family. Listen, motivation gets us started, but discipline keeps you going. And I say that's by John Maxwell. And I say a little sense of humor will keep you sane. Listen, I used to be so serious, right? And it was once I started to learn how to lighten up and have a little bit more fun is when my business started to take off. I love this topic, how to get and stay motivated. A lot of times we're all motivated to go to the gym when it's the day before. But when that alarm goes off, it gets a little tricky. Listen, my weekend ends at 6 p.m. on Sundays. Why? Because I have to be up at 2:00 to get here, to get ready, to be here for all of you. So why do I do that? I'm going to share with you why, right? It's the motivation. It's about our habits, our rituals, and routines. The motivation is the magic of the habit. It's the habit. So I'm going to give you 3 golden nuggets on how to get and stay motivated. Number 1, it's not about the money, it's about the impact. I'm here because I want to have an impact. I'm here because I want to bring value. So many people give me a bad time about doing this. I have so many people that tell me, Leah, why are you doing that? That doesn't make any sense. How much money are they paying you? They don't understand. It's about the impact, and it's about what it does. It impacts not just you, it impacts me too. So that is so important. It is, what is the impact that you want to have? What is the impact that you want to leave? Who do you want to impact? Number 2, visualize the end results. You know, every week Eric talks about me being a black belt. I'm a 3rd Dan, by the way, which means a 3rd-degree black belt. I did not start karate to get a black belt. I started training martial arts because I wanted to get in good health. I had been in a car accident and I had really bad back, and I just thought there was nothing that would ever help me to have better health. So it wasn't about that goal. What I would do is I would visualize myself being in better health. Sometimes a goal is very static. We write it down, or maybe we have a vision board, but that's static. There's no movement, there's no vibrancy, no life to it. But what I would do is I would celebrate myself being able to go for a walk, to be able to sit or stand without being in pain. To heck, I thought maybe one day I could take a jog. I never even knew what that could be like, but I would celebrate that as if it were true. We have to add vibrancy to it, right? Otherwise we won't be motivated. Number 3, stay around the campfire. A lot of times entrepreneurs, they get a logo, they have a website, but they forget to build who is going to be around their campfire. They don't have the proper leadership. They don't have anybody mentoring them, guiding them. It's very difficult to stay motivated if you're a one-man band or one-woman band, right? We have to have other people. So I say start a networking group, right? If you don't have one, start one. Build a mastermind group. Get a part of a mastermind. Have some meetups so that you're around people that are of the same mindset, that they're actually have something bigger and better that they want to do. Because if you're around just everybody else that has a job, or they hate their life, they're a negative Nelly, or they're just not happy in themselves, it's going to be very difficult for you to stay on fire. It's going to be very difficult for you to stay motivated. And I'm going to end it with this. Listen, they say that money doesn't buy happiness. It's true. But listen, broke doesn't buy anything. So with that, I'm going to hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Oh my goodness. That was powerful. A TED Talk early in the morning. All right. All right. I always learn so much from this. Okay. So we're going to keep going. I want you all to put in the chat where you are zooming in from today, because I know there are people on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, all over, but I won't see you unless you actually say something. All right. So put in the chat, hi from wherever you are, so we know where you are. All right. And I would like to welcome Coral from across the pond. She wrote in there. All right. We got David is here from Thailand. We have Adela is here. Welcome. Neka is here. Mac is here. Welcome. Thompson, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Definitely put it in the chat where you're zooming in from today. All right, so we're going to keep moving. We are going to go from California all the way to Maryland, to the East Coast, where I'm going to introduce our next speaker. Now, our next speaker, look, if you want to learn how to network with people, how to build relationships, how to retain relationships, like you want new clients, but you want to retain them too, right? All right. So if you want to learn all of that, then you need to listen to our next speaker, because she is one of the best in the world at doing that. All right. She is a gratitude consultant. She helps people, like I said, all over the world. And it's an honor and a pleasure to have her here with us today. Amberly Shreve, the floor is yours.
Well, Eric, thank you so much. And it's always an honor and a pleasure to be here with Zion and Leah as well. It is wonderful. Good morning to each and every person out there. And I really love this topic because we constantly need the reminder. We need the reminder of how we not only get motivated, but stay motivated, right? So what do we start with? Why? Why are we doing what we do? Why do we do this, right? We want to set clear and achievable goals. What are our whys? Is there something behind it? We have to think deeply about this, because if not, we're not going to have the push to be able to get through challenging times. And believe me, just like Eric said, the challenges are coming if they have not. There are challenges in every single thing that we do. We're going to visualize our success, right? We're going to write things down, our wants, our needs, the things that we want to reach each day. Write down something that you want to achieve. And when we start out with small, teeny goals, then we achieve those, and then we move up and up and up. And we're celebrating the wins along the way. We're creating that routine and that ritual each day of what we're doing to help us achieve where we want to be. We're not only making things enjoyable within tracking our progress, you have to have fun in what you do. If not, I mean, you're just going to stand around and not have fun and just do your business. I mean, people aren't going to want to be and associate around people that are not having fun. They want to be around people that are joyful, that bring um, a sense of uh, not joy, not just joy, but just excitement. They want to see your passion from the inside come out, right? It's all about the passion and your purpose and what you're doing today in order to change someone's heart, touch someone's lives, make a difference in exactly what people are doing out there in the world, right? You're the example. You are, believe it or not, you are teaching someone else who's watching you. I said, celebrate the small wins. You're going to surround yourself with people that are going to support and love you in your business. They're going to be able to have the hard conversations. And I wouldn't just put someone in your circle that is just going to tell you what you want to hear. You want to grow in this space, you guys. You need to have the people that are going to have the hard conversations. They're going to be able to look at you and sit with you and say, you know, this really isn't working. How does it feel for you? And be able to walk through those areas of your life. It's really important. You need that backing. You need, because sometimes we don't always see things because we might be in an emotional state, or we might be in a state of sometimes just straight confusion, because there are so many things that are going on, whether it's just regular life or business life or all the above. There's so much going on day in and day out. And we need those people to kind of keep us in our lane, right? So choose wisely. Who is going to do close life with you? This is really important. If the people are not bringing you joy, they are not picking you up, they are not sharing and having the same type of heart that you have, then they got to go. Okay. You table them, you put them to the side, you still love them. You're just going to love them from afar. Okay. We're not going to do close life because they're not supporting the life that we're looking to create for ourselves. So choose wisely. And finally, anticipate your plans and obstacles. If you know that you are moving into a territory that maybe you have not been there before, try to anticipate, hey, you know what? This might work, this might not work. So I need to have a plan B if not. And research those things and think about what works for you and what doesn't. So that is my time for today. Relationship building. Reach out to me, connect with me, and let's talk about how relationships can be motivating in your business. Let's talk about the joy in relationships, because without business, there are no relationships. Eric, back to you. Thank you for this time.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. My goodness. I had some notes here. I have to throw them away because she's already said it all. She said it all. It's done. So we appreciate that. Well, great minds think alike. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. I see a lot of people are joining. Kayona from North Carolina. Good to see you. Paulette, good to see you. Sunny from London. Ali, good to see you. We have Belo. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome, Juliet. Welcome, Amy. Welcome. Let's see. So many people. Thomas, welcome. Good to see you. All right. So I want you all to put questions in the chat as well. Okay. We're going to answer your questions. So if you have any questions about this topic, put it in the chat. And how you start is you put the word question, and then you actually put your question. So I know that there's a question in there. All right. So we're going to do that. So next, I want to share a little bit, a few points again about motivation. Because sometimes people tell me, they're like, Eric, you're always excited. Like, do you have any downtimes? And here's the deal, folks. Even though I may have some, it doesn't last long. It does, because I know what to do. So I'm going to tell you what I do. Okay. I'm going to tell you exactly what I do. All right. So I'm going to give you 5 points. Now, if you're doing something that's distracting you, stop doing it. Okay. Put off everything else, because this right here can change your life. All right. This can change your life if you do what you should do to stay motivated. All right. Here we go. The first thing you need to do, the first thing you need to do is cultivate a winning attitude, a winning mindset. Okay. How do you do that? Because we live in a negative world. If you put on the news, I guarantee you, the first 5 things they talk about is negative. Guaranteed. If it bleeds, it leads, right? Right? Guaranteed. So, and then you have your personal problems. You have your problem. You have the problem with your spouse or significant other. The kids have their problems. The dog has his problems. The catfish, she has her problems. Everybody has a problem. Do people even have got catfish in the house? But anyway, that's it. The goldfish. That's it. The goldfish. They have their problems. Everybody has problems, right? So here's what you do. You have to fill your brain with positivity every day, right? To wipe out the negativity that naturally comes in every day. Let me repeat that. Fill your brain with positivity every day to wipe out the negativity that naturally comes into your brain every day, because it comes in. Now, a lot of people, they get overwhelmed with this negativity in their life, and their life just goes downhill. A bad day turns into a bad week, turns into a bad month, turns into a bad year, turns into a bad decade. Before you know it, they have no reason to live. And all they needed to do was change their mindset and change their attitude. One of the things that I do is I listen to a lot of audios, like audiobooks, right? Every week I listen to at least 1 or 2, right? Of people that inspire me, people that give me instruction, like things what I should do, right? It keeps me motivated. It keeps me going, right? That's the number one thing you should do, right? People say, well, Eric, how often should I listen to this positive stuff? Every day. Every day. Why? Because you get the negative stuff every day, right? Now, you don't have to do it for an hour or 2. It could be while you're in the car. It could be while you're cooking in the kitchen, like whatever it is, right? But you want to feed yourself with positivity. Okay, it's important. All right. Number two, you want to be around positive people. And I heard this from Amberly. I probably heard it from Leah already. You have to be around positive people. Look, if you're around the wrong people, it can ruin your life. I'm trying to be blunt here. Ruin your life if you're around the wrong people. Absolutely. When you get around the people that uplift you, when you get around people that celebrate you instead of just tolerate you, there's something that changes in you, right? It changes. Like if I'm with a negative person, it doesn't feel right to me. In my head, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to hang out with this person anymore. It's not going to happen anymore, right? Yeah, right. I'm going to limit my association with this person, right? So you want to uplift yourself, right, by being around the right people. Also, you want to be around people that are going where you want to go. People that are moving forward. People that, like, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You want to be around people smarter than you, better than you. You make 100,000 and you're making the most out of all of your friends there, and you're taking them to dinner all the time, and you're getting all the drinks, and because you're the person. But guess what? If you just hung around people making 250, you realize you can actually live a better life. You can actually make more, So, and it's not all about money, but my point is that you want to be around people that are actually better than you too, right? You want to learn from people, okay? I attend masterminds a lot, right? I was in one a few months ago in Florida, attend masterminds. The person sitting in front of me, Russell Brunson, he owns a $200 million company, ClickFunnels, right? The guy beside me on this side, what's his name? Dan Henry. He's a multi-millionaire on Facebook. You probably see his ads, right? And these people are all around me, and I'm learning and growing, right? It's motivating me, right? It's hard to get down when you're around people like that, right? So you want to be around positive people. Now, here's people always ask me, they're like, well, Eric, my family is negative. What am I going to do? You limit your associations with your family. That's what what you do is you find other people to hang out with. I am closer to some people that I'm way more than I am to some of my family members, way more, because they don't understand what I'm doing. Like, Eric, we don't understand what you're doing. Yeah, but then when you need money, you come to me. Obviously, I'm doing something right, right? Like, we don't understand. We don't get it. You don't have to, right? And so I don't know who said it earlier, but let me tell you something. If everybody agrees with what you're doing and thinks it's a great idea, you don't have big enough goals. You don't have big enough goals. You need to tell, when you share your goals, people need to say, you crazy. Who you think you are? You know, something must be wrong with you for you to even think that you can get there. You know what I mean? Then you're on your way if people are saying that to you. All right. So, all right. So that's positive associations. Number 3, here's a big one. If you're in business, write this down, circle it, put a star on it. Here's the deal. Engage in consistent IPA, income producing activity. Oh my goodness. Income producing activity. Do you know how many entrepreneurs spend 90% of their time tweaking their website, tweaking their offer, changing the color of their site, right? Cleaning their desk. Someone came to my office and said, your desk is messy. Yeah, but I'm making money. I'm good. Right? That's not my priority right now. Right? So like you need to meet with people, talk to people, get to know people. Money comes from people. Right? So every day, like for me, I'm old school. So I use things like this and I use things like this, right? And I highlight things like I put a yellow marker when it's income producing. If there's no yellow mark on the page, that means I'm not making any money. I'm just running around in circles. You know what I mean? I'm just running around in circles. So you have to do income producing activity, marketing campaign, right? Oh, here's another thing. Look, this is a big one. I'm going to give this to you for free. I can charge you a lot of money for this. But I'm going to give you this for free. Do you know there are people that spend 20% of their time on maybe marketing and sales, 20% of their time on operation, 20% of their time on this, on that. Guess what? You need to spend 80% of your time on marketing and sales, at least. Why? Because it doesn't matter how good your offer is if nobody knows about it. It doesn't matter, right? It literally does not matter. I was on a podcast last week. I'm going to be on 2 podcasts this week. I do my studio event, right? I'm out where I'm speaking one to many. People are seeing me. They're like, well, Eric, you post too much. Then don't look at my post. It's not for you. Like you guys need to stop listening to the wrong people too, right? Stop. I know that's not even one of them, but you throw that in. Throw that in. All right. So IPA, income producing activity. What are you doing every day that actually makes you money? That's important. All right. The last one that I want to share, because there's so many, but here's one. Celebrate your small wins. The small wins. I meet people all the time. People say, well, Eric, I just want to make 10,000 a month. If I can just make 10,000 a month, I'll be so happy. I just want to make 10,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 10,000. I say, okay, how much are you making now? I'm like at 200. Okay. So here's the deal. Why don't you set a goal of making 500 right now? Let's get you to 500. Because when you're at 500, then that will give you the permission to go to 1,000. Right? I did my first course I created online. It was $9.97. And what happened was I met someone on Zoom and they said, hey, I want to buy your course. I said, well, I don't have a course. They said, well, Eric, you better get one because I'm ready to pay for one. So I created one, $9.97. I sold my first course. When I saw the deposit for $9.97 in my account, like I've made 6 figures, multiple 6 figures at the job, but this is what I did. A creation of mine that generated income. I'm like, why? I want to get a smoothie because I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party. So I like simple things. I want to get a smoothie to celebrate. I went to tropical smoothie. I know it's boring, but that's me, right? I was excited, right? But here's the thing. What makes it so fun is that I was helping people, right? A lady called me and said, Eric, after I took your coaching program, now I'm able to sell those high ticket offers. I'm making more money than I ever made in my life. Thank you so much. I'm like, wow, I did that, right? So here's the thing. You need to help people. When you're helping people, it would inspire you to keep going. Help people, right? When you're helping people, you just want to do more and more and more. And then, of course, I created another offer. Then I have a $3,000 offer, then a $10,000 offer, right? And it just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. Why? because I was helping people. I was moving forward. I was busy, right? You want to stay busy, by the way. Stay busy. Don't have all this free time. The idle mind is the devil's workshop. I think that's what it says, right? And the devil comes in all kinds of forms. All kinds of forms. You know where the devil shows up the most? Doubt, worry, worry. You're like, oh my God, I don't know if this is gonna work. They said it's not going to work. Oh, the tariffs, it's going to kill me. The tariffs. Look, stop worrying about stuff like that. There'll always be problems, right? If you're like, well, I'm going to vote for somebody else next time. Guess what? There are problems with the next person. There are problems with all of them, right? So I don't want to keep going, but it's important to celebrate your wins. Okay, it's important to celebrate your wins. Believe in yourself. Stay around the right people, and you will achieve more success than you can dream of. All right. So that's what I want to share. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And by the way, always clap for yourself. I always clap for myself. People say that's weird. I don't care. Weird people are the most successful people in the world. All right. You need to be a little weird. A little weird. Stop being regular. All right. Appreciate you. Thank you for all the great comments. I appreciate you guys. All right. So let's keep going. I'm so excited to bring up our next speaker. Speaking about positivity, oh my goodness. Take out your pen if you're old school like me to write some notes. If you're new school, get your iPad and your phone and put it in there. Because this guy helps people all over the world to become more positive and to change their lives. Okay. He lives in Nigeria, but his impact is seen and heard all over the world. I met him on LinkedIn. He had like 25,000 followers. I'm like, what are they following about? What is this? What is this all about? And I'm checking him out, right? You notice people, whether they like you or not, if they see all those followers, like let me check him out. What is he doing? So I found out he was doing a lot. So without further ado, Zion and Narguru, the floor is yours.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Eric. Yeah, it's been a learning section so far, I must tell you. When you come here to speak and you start to hear the amazing speakers share their thought and insight, you'll be like, whoa, I thought I came to speak. It's so good to be here to learn and be exposed to the deep secrets that one needs to stay motivated. It's a very important topic. Why? Because we live in a world where there are many things happening around. So much negative things happening that is making people not to be motivated to do what they need to do. But having a section like this that is specifically designed to help people not just be motivated, but to stay motivated because it has to continue. It's not a one-off thing. It's not something that you are motivated today and the rest of the week you are demotivated. No, we are doing this to put you in a pathway where you can consistently stay motivated. And so much nuggets have been shared. I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm going to go straight to the point. For me, going through a lot personally, I've been in a place where I wasn't motivated, and I've also been in a place where I'm not so much motivated. So I know the difference, and I know which one is good. I tell you, it's good to stay motivated. And if there's something I do that has really helped me stay motivated, it's the ability to take good care of myself. So self-care, it's very important in staying motivated. How much do you take good care of yourself? For most people, you take care of your business, you take care of your family, you take care of friends, but you forget to take care of yourself. If you do not take care of yourself, there is no way you can stay motivated. I've been in a position where I've been sick. I've been in a position where I've been burnt out before. So I know what it means to be there. When you are burnt out, when you are sick, I tell you, the motivation you think you have, you will not have it. So spending time to take care of yourself is very, very important. That's how I always say this. You are a priority, not an option. You are part of the goal. You are part of the plan. You are part of the aspirations. You are the most important player in this game, in this business, in this life. So taking good care of yourself, it's not negotiable. So if you want to stay motivated and consistently stay motivated, there is need for you to take good care of yourself. Watch the kind of food you eat. Do you work out? Physical health, mental health, spiritual health, all these things are very, very important. So take good care of yourself. Self-care should be a priority for you and not an option. Number two, things I do to stay motivated. Prayers and gratitude. This I cannot take for granted. I'm a Christian and I'm always proud to say this. I pray always. There are days I tell you, you have done all you know what to do. All the plans, all the strategy, you put them in motion, you put them in place, but something can still be missing. And I tell you, prayer is very, very important. Prayer is something you need. Prayer reminds you that God should be part of your life. For most people, we do all these things and God is not a priority. So making sure that God is part of things that you do can help you stay motivated. And what I mentioned, I said prayers and gratitude. One of the mistakes that people make is they complain too much. You're complaining about this does not work out, this is not working out, I'm not getting this is not doing this. No, we complain a lot. But if there's one thing that can help you stay motivated, is the ability for you to embrace gratitude. Gratitude for your life. Change the complaining into giving thanks, into appreciation. Yes, your business might not be working out the way you want it to work out. It is because that you are alive. That's why you're even thinking about business. Those in the grave who had the business ideas and everything, they cannot apply them. Why? Because they are in the grave. But you are alive, I'm alive. It's motivation enough to keep you grounded. It's reason enough for you to say, wow, I'm alive, so I can go again. Even though it did not work out today. But the fact I'm alive, I get another chance to go for it. So embracing gratitude is key. Do not take it for granted. It's easy to fall in the trap of constant complaining and looking at things that is not working out well in your life. Thirdly, seek for help. For most people, you are not motivated, you are quiet about it. You are keeping to yourself. Nobody's there to help you. Seeking for help does not mean you are weak. It simply means you are wise enough to bring the attention of people who can help you. It simply means you are wise enough to know that this journey is not a one-man soldier journey. You are not a one-man military. You are not a one-man squad. Having people around you is very, very important. So seek for help. You might be in a position right now where you think you have done everything you could do, but still you are not being motivated. Then employ somebody else to be part of the journey, to support you, to share their testimony, to share their story with you. It goes a long way. For me, this has changed my life. I used to be the very, very quiet type. I'm going to figure it out myself. You might be able to figure it out yourself, but it's going to take you longer time to do it than having somebody to come in and say, okay, you know what? Do this, do this, do this. What you are struggling to do for months, in hours, you can be able to find solution. Why? Because you are seeking for help. The next point, one of the things that make most people not to be motivated is they are seeking perfection. There's no such thing like perfection. We are work in progress. We are learning every day. Because the perfection is not there, they're angry with themselves. They're not happy with the journey so far. They think something is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You are just the one trying to be perfect. You must embrace life as a learning curve. Yes, mistakes are bound to happen. In fact, you are bound to even repeat mistakes. You repeat the mistake you said you're not going to do. It happens. These are part of life. But you must tend to understand that there is no such thing like perfection. It's a journey. That's life for you. And the more you go on this journey, the more you are going to learn. And lastly, I will end with this. For me, I love it so much. It has really helped me, in focusing on positivity. Focus on your strength. Do not focus on it. Yeah, we all have weaknesses, but do not spend time to focus on your weakness. Instead, channel your energy, your attention, your resources, and focus on your strength. What is that thing you can do and do so well? Focus your attention on your strength and the things you can do so well. Focus on the positivity in your life. That thing that makes you smile. That thing that gives you joy. That thing that makes your heart feel so excited. Focus on these things. And when you begin to do these things, it's going to change your life and you're going to stay consistently motivated. In negativity, nothing good can come out of it. But when you stay in a positive position, everything good you can ever imagine will always come out of it. That's why I always say this: in positivity, there's always endless possibilities for you. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I'll yield my back to you, Mr. Eric.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to hear you speak. It's always, anytime I hear it's like the first time, right? Right. I get that excitement all over again. Thank you so much, Zion. It's good to see you. Good to hear all that positivity that you share with the world. All right, so let's keep going. We have a lot of questions. Before I get to the question, I just want to let you know, for those of you that don't know, I actually wrote an ebook to help, entrepreneurs, coaches, speakers, all of you, to be able to market your business. Okay, because I said 80% of what you need to be doing is sales and marketing, right? So I have 100 tips, not 5 or 10, 100 tips to market your business, take your business to another level. I put it in the chat. Carl, if you can put it the other, I don't know, maybe YouTube or wherever it's not. I want you guys to grab it. It's absolutely free, but I worked a lot on it and I want to give it to you all for free. So check that out. 100 ways to build, to get new clients, build connections, market your offers. All right. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's go to the questions. We have a lot of questions. First of all, welcome, Sierra. Welcome to our call today. Juliet, welcome. Christiane, good to see you. Welcome. Paulette, welcome. Man, we have people from all over the world today. This is amazing. Amaka is here. Dr. Amaka. I'm going to be speaking on her stage on the 7th. On the 7th, yeah, she has a big stage. She has like 41,000 followers. Amaka, she's doing an incredible job. So connect with her, folks. Amaka, yeah, I'm going to be speaking on her stage next week. All right, so let's go. Let's talk about some of these questions. Give me 1 second. Let's see. I saw one by Thomas. Let's see. Okay. All right, so let me go one by one because there's a lot of them. Okay. So the first question is by Thompson. Goodness. What a name. Goodness. That's a great name. Question about who do I find, or I think it's how do I find someone who will help me stay motivated? Who will help me stay motivated? Most times it's difficult pushing along. Good question. So I guess, how do you find someone that will help you stay motivated? Okay, let's go with Zion. I see Zion put up his hand and we'll go from there. Go ahead, Zion.
That's why you are here.
Okay, go ahead. We can hear you now. Start over.
All right. Thank you so much. Yes, Thompson Goodness. Thank you for that great question. And to answer your question, that's why you are here on this event today. Go into the comment section, connect with the speakers on stage. We are all here to support you. We are all here to help you. Because, like you said, it's difficult pushing all alone. So you don't have to look too far. Where to find somebody? Get into the comment section, connect with the speakers on stage. And I tell you, there are so many persons who are ready to help you stay motivated. So thank you so much.
Very good. Thank you. Anybody else? Amberly, go ahead.
So how do you find someone that will help you stay motivated? I think a lot of times with the work that we're doing on ourselves, we will attract them automatically. You can tell that if the person is for you, if they're like-minded, do they share the same heart that you do? You can already feel that inside. And if they don't, it's okay, because there's someone else out there that does. So I think be intentional with your relationships, who you're doing close life with. And I really do. I think that you will attract those people and go deeper with those people. Figure out how you both can support each other. And then you start a whole new circle of people that you don't even know. And you will build relationships within those people as well. Back to you, Eric.
Absolutely. Thank you. Go ahead, Leah. Thank you.
Yeah, great tips, Zion and Amberly. I would say that find somebody who is where you want to be. There's a Chinese proverb that says, if you want to know the road ahead, find somebody who's coming back. So find somebody who is where you want to be and then start studying them. If they've written a book, they've got a podcast, or become their friend. So it might be with your own circle, or it might be somebody who's out there already on social media. So hopefully that helps.
Yes, very good point. Very good points. Thank you. All right, we're going to get to the next question. Let's see. Okay, so I don't know who this is. It says LinkedIn user, but I'll put it out there because it's good. How do I find a networking group in my area? Good question. Anybody? Go ahead, Leah first.
Create one. You can actually go on meetup.com and you can create a networking group. I see groups about anything, a hiking group, a reading group, positivity group, whatever it is that you want to create. And also, why does it have to be in your area? We're all here. We show up every Monday and we're all motivated and we're all across the world. So in person is great, but if that doesn't work out, you can always start an online networking. Eric has them all the time. How many times a day do you have your networking events, Eric? I think they're
3 times a week.
three times a week. Yeah. So join his group. It's free right now. I think it's free, still free, right, Eric?
It's free. Yes. Good. Awesome. Who else had their hand up? Go ahead, Amberly.
Well, yes, create one. I was going to start with that. But also, if you do not want to create one and you feel like that is not something that feels good for you, then there's plenty of ways to find them. That you can look online. There's plenty of things on social media. Search around and see. I think it's more about the people than it is the group. You're going to enhance your life with the people and not so much the group. So really, again, it all comes back to who are you surrounding yourself with? Do they have the same intentions that you have? Do they have the same mindset, outlook? And are they looking to achieve the same things that you're looking to achieve? So back to you, Eric.
Very good. Thank you. Anybody else? No? Okay. All right. I do want to share. So obviously I do have a group, Promote Your Business Meetup. We've been around over 6 years. We meet 3 times a week. Connect with Coral and she'll give you all the details so you can jump in on Mondays. Like we're meeting today at noon, right? Thursdays at 7, Fridays at 2. And you'll be able to meet new people every single week. And if you want to find a local event, go to meetup.com, and you'll find it. Just go out and don't look at it as just joining groups. Build relationships, right? So Amberly came to one of the meetings for my group years ago, right? And we've been friends ever since. We've done business together. I've met her husband. She's spoken on my stage, live stage in DC, right? But we met in the group, right? So it's a great idea. It's definitely a great idea. Here's another question. This one's from Mac. He says, so many suffer with mental health issues, and when they are in a dark place, how do they change their attitude? Oh, that's a good question. All right, Amberly, go ahead.
Okay. So, I always seem to go raw and real every month, whenever we're on here, right? Mac, I really, really like this question because it really starts with us and our environment. It really, gosh, when you are in an environment that you're not thriving in, you're going to be able to see that in everything that you do. So there are a lot of people out there who are suffering in all areas. So how do they change their attitude? They really have to reevaluate their environment, who they're spending their time with, what they're doing with their thoughts, their prayers, what they're doing with themselves, really. It's mindset, it's outlook, it's how they're moving forward in their daily process. And sometimes we need help in those areas. Sometimes we need outside sources that are going to help us to not only achieve and be where we need to be, but we need help with managing our spaces. So I encourage people to not only do the work, but find the resources and people that really understand their hearts and what they're dealing with. So that way they can be successful and achieve what they want to achieve.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Leah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a great question. Awesome points, Amberly. I've never struggled with mental health issues, but if I kind of feel like I'm feeling a little bit, unmotivated or discouraged, I do a couple of things. One is I clean up the clutter. If I have too much clutter around me or things are completely disorganized, like Eric says he has a messy desk, I bet it's not messy. Okay, I bet it's not. He might have a few papers, but it's not dirty, full of clutter and dust mites and all that kind of stuff. And then I would say sometimes if I focus on the past, that can make me feel sad. If I've lost friendships or something like that. So I try to stay in the present and then focus on the future. If I think too much about the past, and that can take me into some discouragement and maybe into some depression or something like that. So hopefully that helps, Mac.
Thank you. Thank you. Did Mr. Positivity want to speak? Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. No, this is a very powerful question, and I can actually resonate with it. Why? Because I have had some mental struggles as well. And I know what it means to be in where you call the dark place. Sometimes you can get so comfortable, you begin to enjoy the dark place. But there's something that really helped me. In the dark place, I started looking for light. Light in the form of people, in the form of association, in the form of things I begin to focus my mind on. Because I tell you, what we focus our mind on keeps us in place that we are when we are going through mental struggle. So finding the right people are light. They are the light that you need in your darkness. They are the light that you need that can shine upon you when you are going through this. Because in most times when people are going through mental struggles, they are always all by themselves. They don't speak out, they don't share. It's consuming them inside. And they don't want to talk to people. Why? Because they feel that people are going to look down on them, people are going to talk them, or people are going to see them as weak. But if there's one thing that really helped me going through the challenge, it's the ability for me to find a light in the kind of people I'm associating myself. One of my mentors always says, your association determines your destination. If you want to see the light in your life, find people who have the light in their lives. And the light in their life will rub off on you automatically as you begin to associate yourself with them. So stay with the right people, have conversation with the right people, talk with the right people, spend time with the right people. And I tell you, your life is going to have a 360 turnaround. Why? Because people are very, very important. They will be your lights when you are in your dark. So I believe that's going to help someone out there. Thank you so much. I yield my back to you, Mr. Eric.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you for all of that. I want to talk to you from a clinical standpoint. So my sister's a doctor, and she tells me that sometimes when people are going through mental illness, the doctor prescribes rather medicines that actually make them tired and where they have no energy. So it just maintains the problem. If you have a choice, make sure your doctor doesn't prescribe those medicines for you, because part of being motivated is having energy, right? So you want to have energy. If you're groggy all day, you don't even want to get on a call to hear positive people, right? So there are different types of, I'm not a doctor, right? So talk to your doctor, but there are different options in terms of medicines that you can take. So you're not just so despondent and you're not just so groggy that you don't want to do anything, because you need energy to do all these things we're talking to you about, right? And stay around positive people. That's very important, right? And if I know people in this state, if you know anybody that's going through this, call them frequently. Call them frequently. Don't wait until you get a negative report, or don't wait until you hear that they're gone and then say, oh, I should have called them, or I should have called her, right? So let's try to remember people like that. Call them from time to time. Let them know that you love them, you care about them, and that they're just like us. Like a lot of them are just like us. They just have a problem that's taking their life another way, right? So yeah, so that's what I would share about that. Okay. All right, so we're winding down. We're gonna get this question, and then everybody will share what they're doing or how they can get a hold of you. So Juliet says, so how do we stay focused and disciplined in your journey? Focused and disciplined. That's a good question. I read a book about how to stay focused, and that's important in life, right? So yeah, to the panel, how would you stay focused? And then after you're done, let us know how we can reach you. Anything you want to share. Go ahead, Amberly.
Oh, Juliet, I love this question so much. And it is a constant reminder for me to stay focused. Because believe it or not, we all kind of veer off that lane, right? Each and every one of us. I don't care who you are. You do it from time to time. So it's the 1%. It's the 1% towards your life, your business, all the things every day. It's 1% towards your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical health, your business health, your relationship health, your family health, all of it. You just have to do it. In order for it all to thrive, you have to do it. And you will see over the course of 6 weeks, a month, 6 months, and then you look back and say, my goodness, I really have achieved so much over this period of time. That is how you stay focused and disciplined. You write down your goals, you look at them each day, you write down a sheet and do the check. Gosh, I love a good check mark. I love to check all the things. So make your list, do the 1%. I'm telling you, in the course of a period of time, you will be surprised how much that you continue to achieve because you were focused. And you can reach me through all the socials. LinkedIn is probably easier on this site, but come find me under my name. I would love the opportunity to talk to you about relationship building, what that means for you and your business. It's always a pleasure and an honor to be here with each and every one of you. Back to you, Eric.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Leah, go ahead.
Yeah, so many great tips here, so many golden nuggets. I would say how to stay focused is really what is the impact you're looking to achieve. That's what really helps me is what is that end result? What does it look like? How are you going to celebrate that? And really having that as my visual. It's more energy. It's more energetic, enthusiastic. And discipline, it goes back to your habits, your rituals, and routines. It really does, because we all get off track, just like Amberly alluded to, but it's those habits. When you start to create those habits, that's when you go into the default, those rituals, right? What are the things that you do that mean something to you? And those routines. When we do things repeatedly, that habit will become a routine. It's just automatic. You don't even think about how you drove home. You just drove home, right? So how to reach me? I'm always looking for speakers. I host Wealthy Wednesday Live every single week. I'm always looking for guest speakers. So if you would like to talk about being a guest speaker, I'd love to talk to you. And I'm all over social media. LinkedIn is my home. And you could actually check out my smart link, which is like a website. It's at leahgarcia.io. And I invite you to download my free ebook, The Wall of Wealth. I hand it back to you, Mr. Eric.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Let's go to Mr. Zion.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Eric, Ambali, and Leah, for the great responses for the question. When it comes to focus and discipline, we cannot be focused and disciplined without having a goal. So that must be stated clearly. You must have something you're pursuing. What keeps you awake in the morning? What keeps you grounded? So you must make sure that you must have something that is a goal that you're pursuing that can help you stay focused and disciplined. Secondly, have an accountability partner, someone you can be accountable to. They can keep you in check, to always remind you of the things you need to do. And lastly, I will end with this: get a mentor, get a coach, and somebody who has the expertise, who has been there before, who can train you, who can mold you, who can nurture you to become that which you want to become. And I tell you, having a mentor and a coach, it's something that is very, very important in our journey in achieving whatever it is that we want to achieve. And yes, if you want to reach out to me, you want to you need somebody to coach you on embracing positivity, or you want to host events like this. You want to host events and you need somebody to put you out there, in the front of your target audience to share your value, to share the nugget. You can also do what you reach out to me. I'm always on LinkedIn, Zion Enoge, Mr. Positive Energy. The only Zion Enoge you can see right now. Just search as the name. There's a link on my bio. Book a positivity call. Click on it and you can book a call with me so we can enjoy the journey of positivity together. So thank you so much. I yield it back to you, Mr. Eric.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Zan. All right, so I want to share real quick. By the way, some of you know I run studiospeaking.com. For those of you that are speakers, coaches, authors that want to speak on a big stage, I mean, you have to have some experience. Go to studiospeaking.com to learn more. I am looking for a couple more speakers for my next event, studiospeaking.com. All right, so to answer that question, a few things. You want to have a daily regimen, okay? Because days go by fast, and 5 years can go by and like I didn't do anything. I didn't move forward, right? Have a daily regimen. Like for me, when I wake up, I brush my teeth, I read my Bible, I do my devotion. I have a regimen that I do every day, and it keeps me grounded, and it keeps, and I know that okay, things are gonna work out if I do this regimen, right? I don't watch the news right away because I don't do that. Like most people wake up, watch the news, get depressed, and start the day. Right? Like I don't do that, right? Block out time blocking, right? Okay, this time I'm going to use for my personal development. This time I'm going to use time block, right? Those are the kind of things that I've done in my life that's really, really helped me. And get a coach. I mean, I've probably spent $150,000 on coaches. People are like, well, Eric, why would you spend so much on coaches? Well, I've made way more. But you gotta learn from the people that are actually doing it, right? You gotta learn. People spend $100,000 in college, and then they get out, and then they work in an area that had nothing to do with their degree, and that's normal, right? That's normal, right? But then you say, okay, if you want to be a public speaker, learn from public speaking coach. I'm not gonna pay a coach. What are you talking about? I'm not gonna pay a coach. Then you're not gonna get there, right? So yeah, find a coach. Find a coach to help you in what area you want to be. All right, so we have about 2 minutes. Appreciate everybody being here today. All of you. Oh, I see a few people I haven't even recognized. Nicole, welcome, Nicole. Good to see you. Maria, good to see you. Welcome, Lisa. Good to see you. Jay. All right. So again, we meet here every week, same time, 7 a.m. Eastern time, and we always give value. As you can see, a lot of value here. We appreciate you to keep coming back. Here's what I want you to do. You don't have to pay us for this, but I want you to share this with somebody, okay? Share this with somebody. Say, look, I want to bless you today. They're like, really? How? Watch that. Watch that, okay? We give information that is life-changing. You know why I know? Because people contact me every time, all the time. You change our lives. A few people actually have called and said, we saved their life, right? So what we do here is impactful. So we appreciate it. I appreciate all the speakers. I mean, you can be anywhere, but you're here. Zion, Amberly, Leah, we appreciate you. I don't take it for granted. And we hope to see you all next time. It has been a plum-pleasing pleasure to be here with you today. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.